Okay, time's 8:47. I'm approaching Thornycroft Roundabout. I've got town centre behind me, Thornycroft Roundabout ahead of me. Can't see it yet, so we've got a warning triangle becoming visible to say you've got a roundabout ahead. And now if I look a really long way ahead, we can see the direction sign showing the layout of the roundabout. There's also a warning triangle on the right hand side and left telling me there's traffic signals, and I can see those. Two sets, one's green, one's red. Lane board on my left side, one on my right, shows 2 left turn lanes and 2 right turns. So I'm going to go ahead, looking at the centre line, the mirrors and blind spot signal, because I've got to switch to the right side now. My lane's marked B3400 on the ground, and I'm treating the white lines on my left and right as tram tracks. And as I come through, checking mirrors, keeping to my left hand lane, all the way through. Long white line to my right, didn't cross that, so I kept my lane position. So that's road ahead done. Going to go to the next roundabout and loop it and come back and do a right turn just to demonstrate that as well. So the next roundabout up, this is West Ham roundabout. Direction sign shows 6 roads coming into this. So I'm going to loop it, so there's a right turn to exit 6. So mirrors and signal from right. Speed limit dropping to 30 miles per hour for the roundabout. Looking to my right, nobody there, so safe to enter. And there goes exit 1. Here comes exit 2. A warning for traffic signals for a fire station coming up. There's exit 3. The fire station signals are off, so that's fine. Exit 4, coming up on exit 5, and now mirrors and signal left, and a quick left blind spot with a signal to go. Left hand lane to exit 6, speed limit 50 miles per hour, so I'm accelerating and skip from 3 to 5 on the gears. Warning triangle for entry slip road, and I move over to him, give me room. And a warning triangle for roundabout. And now I've got my lane discipline again. Board on the right showing 3 lanes go ahead. And looking at the lane marking, I need the far left lane at this point. That then splits into 2. My lane on the ground is marked A340 and A3010. I'm in my tram track, so I'm in the leftmost lane that goes ahead. So that's it, got my A3010. Traffic signal's red here, so I've had to stop. My lane now, being left side, must exit the next exit. I've got no choice. So long white hazard line to my offside, that's my right side. I must not cross that, and that pushes me into this exit. No speed change on the way in, so still 50 mile per hour limit. A vehicle passing my right side. Excuse me. Okay, mirrors and signal to switch lane. Sorry, I did blind spot check. I should have said mirrors, blind spot, red signal. Just to be precise. Lifting off the gas in case traffic light changes. Too late now. I'll go through that. Countdown stripes now. 3 stripes for countdown to the roundabout. The speed limit decreased to 30 miles an hour. I'm going to do a right turn to exit 4, so I'm going to loop the roundabout. Glasses to my right, a gap in the traffic, so I'm going to take that, I'm entering, I'm going to keep to the right hand lane. There goes exit 1. Here comes exit 2. And exit 3. And mirrors, blind spot, and a signal left, and no one there, so I'm going to cut across the left and exit into normal driving lane. And the 50 mile an hour limit still in force, so I'm going to accelerate for that. Traffic signals ahead that are green for my lane, red for the right turn. Checking mirrors, just going to keep my speed slightly down in case they change. At this point now too late, it goes amber, I'm not going to stop safely, so I'll go through. I'm going to do a right turn at the roundabout, so that's an easy one. It'll definitely be right hand lane. We can still check the lane board when we get nearer. Sometimes you might have 2 lanes that go to your destination, so you use the leftmost one. So looking on the main board, that's the A340, and looking on the ground, that is just this right hand lane, so A340 north. Now the way to think about these is logic is I have to end up on the left hand side to be able to exit the roundabout, so I know that this right hand lane, as I go through the roundabout, is going to shift to the centre and then to the left hand side in order for me to be able to exit, so I can anticipate that. I'm going to treat the lines like tram tracks again, so aiming for my right hand lane, it says A340 on the ground, and there you go, my lane marking shifting me to the centre. I could have actually moved to the left as well, because I had a choice. Looking at that marking, it looked like I could actually aim for the left. And if you're a learner, I would say aim for the left, but I was intending to overtake, but white van man in front's a little bit slow, so I can't. Okay, I'm going to mirror some blind spot signal, move back to the left lane, I'm going to take the next exit. I'm going to exit directly into the right hand lane to the top of the hill. I want to turn right, so I'm going to come back on that roundabout again, do another destination. Got speed limit decreased to 30 mile an hour, so I'm braking, and I'm at 30 by the time I reach the sign. You can't see this, but I'm being tailgated by the guy behind, so with that I will slow down a little bit more, not to antagonise him, but that's what it says there in the highway code. If you've got vehicles following and they're too close, increase the distance between you and the one in front. Okay. Turning right, back onto the entry slip road to go back down to Thornycroft Roundabout. Speed limit sign saying national speed limit now, so I can't see a thing at the moment. I'm going to back away from the lorry. I mean, I know the roads, but if I didn't know it, now I can see it. I can see it's dual carriageway, so I now know my national speed limit will be 70. Here's a blind spot on the signal. It's merging. The lorry and this little orange car having a little bit of a duel there, so the orange car could have slowed more, giving the lorry more of a chance to merge. I'm going to follow road ahead. Lane board on my left and right shows 3 lanes going ahead. I want the leftmost one, which would be this one here, labelled A340. I'm inside the long lines either side. My lane markings, I'm going to treat them as tram tracks. Now I've got guide dots, which I'm keeping in. Oh, the car in front of me held that perfectly as well. That's quite nice to see. I've seen quite a lot of mistakes here from other drivers over the last 4 days. That was good to see. And so far I've not seen anyone else make an error, no cutting lanes, etc. Okay, got a national speed limit, and the lorry in front is going to be a bit slow getting to that, so I'm going to switch lanes into the overtake lane. Van's been a bit slow to overtake him as well. I'll keep my distance as it's wet. Going to loop the next roundabout and come back to Thornycroft Roundabout one more time to do a right turn towards town centre now. So this is Winchester Road roundabout. My sign showing 4 roads coming in, so I'm going to be looping it. So a right turn to exit 4. It's another lane board, so it's lane controlled, which means I'm not going to need signals on approach. Reduction to 30 miles an hour. My lane is labelled A30. Keeping inside the guide dots on the way in. My lane is going to shift through to the middle now, so I'm hugging the white line on my left. Arrows on the ground say it goes ahead and right, so this lane is now, as I come round to the right, going to move to outside edge, the near side edge behind this white Nissan. So now I'm in the driving lane to take the next exit, so I've got a good position. This is probably not visible on the camera yet, but ahead of me in the exit there is a vehicle with hazard lights, but he's off the road, so this shouldn't be an issue for me. And there we go, taking my exit, eyes up looking in, national speed limit, which this being a dual carriageway is 70. Oh, that vehicle's actually there, it's got damage to it, it's had a collision. So 70 limit, being wet, I'd aim for somewhere along the lines about 10% less to cope with a longer stopping distance, so 60 mile an hour to maybe 60, 64, something like that. Warning triangle for roundabout, so I'm doing 60 mile an hour for that. Now, speed limit reduction to 50. All these signs to the right, my only thing I'm going to pick up is they obscure the roundabout diagram. I'm going to go for town centre. That board said it's the A3010, and looking up A3010 on the ground for this far right hand lane. Traffic signals turning red, so I'm going to brake and clutch down. Because I've only just gone red, I'm going to be here a while, so neutral, parking brake on, so I can relax my feet. Now, if we look ahead at the ground, the road markings, there is 2 lanes over there marked A3010, so I've got these little white guide dots on my near side, my left side, which I can follow, and they're going to point me towards the leftmost lane that says A3010. So not the right lane that's up against the island, but one lane away from that. So I'm going to follow the dots. I'm just checking my left side, make sure I've got no one trying to cut in. Now following my lane marking like a tram line, back into A3010 lane there, so I held my lane all the way round, and it has positioned me from right to middle to left hand edge, ready to exit. So overall, they've actually marked that and signposted it quite well. I think the only things I'd pick on is that on that last approach to the roundabout, all of the warning triangles and the countdown marker signs were obscuring the roundabout sign. They were the actual diagram showing me each destination. So for some period I couldn't see the actual destinations for the first exit. Sorry, not the first exit, the third exit on the right. I don't think there's anything else I can pick up on. Yeah, I mean, generally, I think it's actually labelled quite well. The lane discipline board that shows the arrows, which direction each lane takes, it would have been nice if they'd actually put the destinations or the road numbers on that lane board as well, so that from a distance it's really obvious what lane you need. Because we're relying on looking at the road markings, and one issue I had with that yesterday was it was sunny after it had been raining, and the glare on the ground from the sun reflecting off the water, it was just like looking at the sun. We couldn't see a thing. We couldn't see the lane markings, we couldn't see the road numbers or destination names written on the floor, so it made it really difficult to locate the lane that we required, and also to hold the lane as well. I mean, it was pretty blinding, it's pretty horrible. So seeing the lane board that's coming up ahead of me now, which is for Eastdrop roundabout, this lane board also has the destinations on it, so it's kind of like a combination. There's no roundabout layout board for this, but that works much better because from a distance I can see where the lanes go with the arrows. I can also see what destinations they go for, so it's much easier to plan. Okay, I'm going to sign off now, so I'm not going to do that roundabout anymore. I'm going to cut this video and obviously post it up on my website, put it up on Facebook for people to see. That's it. Okay, take care and see you soon.